Greetings, heroes of Arkesia. I'm Matt, franchise lead on lostark, and I'm here to share the second part of our 2026 roadmap covering April through June. Before we dive in, I want to let you know that, and let me caveat this as it's subject to change, but this will be our last roadmap video. We'll be moving forward with providing roadmap updates through detailed text articles alongside keeping the cadence of team updates and release notes. While I love being on here, doing videos, and speaking directly to you guys about Lost Ark, without my other two co-hosts, it just makes the most sense to shift the information strategy to other more reasonable means, getting you guys the information more quickly and just not delaying it due to long lead times on these video series. So with that, let's get into the roadmap part 2 for 2026. I'll be diving into our content plans from April through June with a special deep dive into the April update that's coming next week. April is going to be packed with content. It marks the release of our first ever Shadow raid against the Witch of Pain Circa. April 1st, Shadow Raid Circa. April marks the arrival of an entirely new endgame content type with Shadow Raids. Following Kazros' death, we now face a new threat, primordial beings. The first Shadow Raid introduces Circa, the Witch of Pain. This is going to be a challenging 4-player encounter available in 3 difficulty tiers. You're going to have normal at item level 1710, hard at item level 1730, and then nightmare at 1740. To access the Shadow Raids, you'll need to complete the unlock quest, Notice, Shadow Raid, which becomes available after reaching item level 1710 and completing the main quest, Inherited Will. Now, what makes Shadow Raids truly unique are the 3 revolutionary systems they introduce. The first one being the Brawl system. The Brawl system completely replaces the traditional stagger mechanics, so when you successfully stagger Circa, your entire party gets transported to a dedicated brawl space where you'll face 3 progressive stages. Each stage has a specific condition you must fulfill to advance, and then you're working against a time limit as well. Successfully completing these brawl stages provides significant advantages when you return to the main fight. Second up, we have the Resurrection system. So the Resurrection system fundamentally changes how teams approach combat. Instead of individual death counts, Shadow Raids will use a shared resurrection pool for the entire party. The base count is going to vary by difficulty, and you'll receive additional resurrections at certain times during the fight, but there's a maximum cap. The key thing here to remember is that all party members die simultaneously, the raid fails, even if you have resurrections remaining. The third thing is shadow skills. So shadow skills let you harness the power of the primordial beings itself. You're going to be able to obtain the Shadow of Corvus tool rack, which is a powerful ability usable as a battle item. You can earn the crafting recipes by completing specific Gate 2 achievements, then craft them at your stronghold using whirlwind grenades as materials. These shadow skills can be used in Shadow Raids and various other content across Arkesia. As for rewards, Shadow Raids offer exclusive items. The first on the list is an upgrade material. So you're going to be able to obtain a new material called Agony Thorn. This will be used to craft the new Tier 4 Upper Ancient gear called Destined Tremor gear, along with new Tier 4 Upper Honing materials. It should be noted as well that the Frontier mode will not be applied to the Shadow Raid, and we are planning to introduce a method of earning Agony Thorns from normal mode clears. Second on the list are collectible items. There's also going to be 3 exclusive mounts. The Witch's Broom, with 1 guaranteed from clearing Nightmare, and 2 available through Nightmare Loot Auction. There will also be an exclusive title called Dolores. This title is only available to players who clear Nightmare difficulty during the initial week before the April 22nd maintenance. So next up, we're going to talk about Chaos Rifts. Chaos Rifts are a new piece of solo content. This solo challenge will be available at item level 1730, and in this content, you're going to be able to battle massive numbers of chaotic beings within a strict time limit. We are calling this Abyssal Reversal 1. Chaos Rifts use the same Aura of Resonance and rest bonus system as Chaos Dungeons and Curzon Frontline. So each run's going to cost you 100 Aura of Resonance and 40 rest bonus. This combat offers up some new mechanics in the form of a new buff called Chaos Rider, and this buff is going to be active at all times, but touching chaotic energy that appears at intervals grants you even more temporary powerful buffs. I know some of you might ask how this plays into Azina's Blessing, so I can tell you that we are going to let you choose between the new Chaos Rider effect and the previous Azina's Blessing effect, as Azina's Blessing does provide an overall stronger buff. The rewards from this new content include Tier 4 Upper Honing materials. You're going to be able to get Astro Gems, and if you're lucky enough, you're going to be able to get a Fate Ember. There will also be a chance for you to obtain Sand of Trial, which can be used to enhance rewards in our next piece of content, Hal's Hourglass. Hal's Hourglass is another new challenging content that can be entered either solo or with 4 players. This is not dynamic, so it's one or the other. Similar to the other new content, this also requires item level 1730. And in this mode, you're going to face boss monsters in a single stage with a strict time limit, and each character you choose to play on only gets 1 entry per week. So what makes this interesting is the Sand of Trial enhancement system. So if you remember the Sands of Trials from the Chaos Rifts that I talked about, you're going to be able to use up to 5 of them per character to enhance your clear rewards from Hal's Hourglass. All owned sand of trials are consumed when you clear, and your rewards are going to scale based on how many you've used. The combat features an auto-revive system where characters automatically come back after a certain time upon death, and once you start, the challenge runs until you complete it or the time expires, so you can't stop it. If you fail to conquer within the time limit, the challenge ends and you get no rewards. So up next, we have Guardian Raids. So Guardian Raids are going to be expanding with a new Guardians Afterimage content featuring rotating weekly Guardians. The star of this show is going to be Lumen Caligo, which is a formidable new opponent who joins a rotating roster that includes a number of Guardians that you're probably familiar with. You'll be able to earn Guardians Afterimage card selection packs, letting you choose one card from the rotating Guardians, along with clear rewards similar to existing Guardian Raids. So now let's talk about the major progression edition Destined Tremor gear, the new Tier 4 Upper Ancient gear. So this gear is going to be crafted using Agony Thorns from Hard or Nightmare Mode Shadow Raids, and it requires item level 1730 to craft. You can hone or special hone this gear up to level 25, but here's the key mechanic. When you reach honing level 20, your gear enters a breakthrough required state. So the breakthrough process consumes Agony Thorn and breakthrough costs, and you're only going to be able to do it once per gear piece. After breakthrough, you can continue honing from level 21 to 25. This is going to use new honing materials including Superior Abydos Fusion Material, Destiny Crystallized Destruction Stone for weapons, Destiny Crystallized Guardian Stone for armor, and Great Leap Stones of Destiny. When you reach honing level 25 on a Destined Tremor gear weapon, you're going to unlock the new weapon effect stage 15. You can also upper transfer your existing Tier 4 Aegir gear to Destined Tremor gear if you're level 1730 or higher with advanced honing level 40. So we've talked about a lot of stuff here, and I know we're adding a lot of new content, so you might hit Alt-Q and feel a bit overwhelmed when you try and navigate all of these content pieces. To help, we're introducing a new content guide UI that's going to be available from item level 1710. This shows optimized end content and core content for your character's item level, making it much easier to see what you should be focusing on at any given time. This isn't the only quality of life improvement that we have planned, as there are several more. There will be a new Chaos Gate bracket for item level 1730 plus with increased rewards. You're going to see that the Kazros Denouement Hard difficulty will now provide Tier 4 upper honing materials. We're also introducing a new subscription service called Inanna's Blessing that's going to offer roster-wide benefits including free daily entries into Curzon Front or Chaos Dungeons, your choice, and an additional View More reward option after clearing raids, as well as lucky boxes based on playtime. Lastly, we're going to have a new custom package feature that lets you tailor your material purchases in the F4 shop based on your specific progression needs. So that's all for April. Let's talk about May. So in May, we're going to be introducing the return of Snowflake Argos and the Parallel Argos event shop. Snowflake Argos is going to be held on the Vaulton Zero platform. It's actually been pretty fun to watch. So that's all for May. Let's go into June. So June brings us to uncharted waters with the Caterham Archipelago, which is a brand new region for you guys all to explore. In order to get you guys caught up, we're going to be running another Power Pass / Express event, as this new journey requires you to be item level 1700 or higher and have completed the quest Facing the End of the Abyss. You'll be able to start your adventure by accepting the quest Journey's Footsteps in the Iceblood Plateau in Shushire or from Elniad or the Belian Ruins. During your adventure through Caterham, you'll obtain the new ship Luminous, which comes fully upgraded at level 6, so you can start exploring right away. Anyways, this new region expands Arkesia as you know it and begins to set the stage for future content plans that are in the works. With Caterham's release, you can expect new quests, new NPCs, and of course updates to the knowledge transfer and the ocean liner. If you're like me, I've been progressing horizontally on the downtime, so you'll see new Makoko seeds, along with new World Tree leaves, a new sea bounty, and much more. All of this also comes with their related rewards too, of course. June is also going to bring a new raid, the Horizon Cathedral Abyssal Raid. This new content will be a new challenging encounter that continues the endgame progression. We'll be able to share more details in the release notes, but I can tell you that you'll be able to earn various Arc Grid boosting items, including Ancient Core selection chests. Lastly, for June, we'll be releasing Western exclusive cosmetics designed specifically for our Western audience. So as we reach the midpoint of 2026, I'm genuinely excited about everything we have planned for Lost Ark. It's been a pleasure doing these roadmaps for you, and I hope that you've enjoyed them just as much as we've enjoyed making them. As I stated at the start of this video, we're going to continue to be providing you with roadmap updates in the future, along with continuing to push out release notes and team updates as needed. So before I sign off, please let us know in the comments what you guys are most excited about in the upcoming updates. I'll see you guys in Arkesia. Spam 07.